All right, guys, I have another personal experience to share with you guys because I had quite a few of them that were pretty profound from my training last week. So, this exercise was around tapping into our future self, and I've explored this a little bit on my own with other practitioners. I've met my future self, I've explored future lifetimes, but this was different. So, we tapped into my future self over 1,000 years into the future, far, far distant. And it was surprising because he was a light being. Not what I expected to see, but he was this like giant, tall, I mean, multiple feet taller than I was. I remember looking up at him, shining bright, and like these kind of like plasma filaments like coming off of his like skin or his being. I mean, he didn't really have skin, but it was like you see on the sun, those like plasma filaments. It was wild. And we were able to ask some questions and get some insight from this future self. And what I found really interesting was the message that he had for the collective, which was around not focusing so much on which timeline are we on, not focusing so much on that like external validation or that external gauge of like where we are timeline wise or collective reality wise. And it was more so about focusing inward on that new reality, that new paradigm that you're building. What do you want to create? What is that world that you want to create? And this was honestly surprising to me because obviously I work with the future and I help people tap into those timelines. And I don't think I didn't get the sense that he was saying like don't do that, but it was more so about keeping your primary energy on what you're building and focused on your creator self and how you have that power rather than looking externally of like, well, where are we going? What's happening externally, right? So that was the collective message. But more than the information that came through in this experience, it was the feeling. And let me tell you, like, it's hard to put into words what that felt like. It was like an electric jolt. I mean, like afterwards, after we connected with this future self and strengthened that connection so that I was able to return and talk with him again, it was like just I chugged a couple of shots of espresso, like that high energy feel. It was wild and just such a profound experience. And I'm so excited to bring clients to meet their future self like this because it really was such a profound experience for me spiritually.